Hello and welcome to my channel. Happy National Day to all fellow Austrians. On the 26th of October we celebrate our National Day. So actually we celebrate the first day of freedom and the day when the last Soviet soldier left Austria 70 years ago. Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. This is Austrian Stacker. Happy National Day. So before I show you my favorite Austrian silver coins, I actually want to explain to you some details about the Austrian coat of arms, because some people relate this to socialism, because the Austrian eagle is carrying a sickle and a hammer in its claws. So I think it's worth talking about this for a second. So I will just rearrange the set and then I will show you what I'm talking about. So let's have a look at the Austrian coat of arms. This is a coin from 1952, made from aluminum, because all other metals were very scarce at that time after the Second World War. So coins were minted from metals that were much cheaper and available. In that case it's aluminum. So here is the Austrian coat of arms. It's actually the Austrian eagle, and the eagle is wearing a crown in its claws. It's holding a sickle and a hammer. I will talk about this in a second. You have the Austrian flag, red, white and red, which is actually one of the oldest flags still in use in the whole world. As far as I know, just the Danish flag I think is older. So this is one of the oldest flags in history. And then you can see there is a broken chain on the legs of the eagle. And during the war, this was actually depicted as closed chain. And this is the symbol of freedom. So since the last Soviet soldier left Austria after the Second World War in 1955, this broken chain symbolizes the freedom of Austria. So now the interesting fact about the coat of arms is actually the crown, the sickle and the hammer. And as you can see, they are in a triangle, which symbolizes that all three of them are equal. So what do these three symbols represent? The crown is actually a brick crown, like you can also see it here on the coat of arms of the state of Lower Austria. This is actually my state and the coat of arms of my state. Here is also a brick crown. The brick crown actually symbolizes or stands for the citizens, which is one major group of the population in Austria. The second major group of the population of Austria is farmers. Everybody has been to Austria knows that Austria is farmland. So we have a lot of farmers and a lot of agricultural land here in Austria. And this represents the second group of people, so the citizens, the farmers, peasants, and the third group, the workers, symbolized by the hammer. So there is no relation in any form or way to socialism. This just symbolizes that the three groups of people in our country are equal: the citizens, the farmers, and the workers. So, and as promised, I want to show you my favorite silver coins as we're celebrating our National Day today. And first of all, my favorite silver coin series is called Austria the High Seas. And it's quite an old silver coin series. And it shows 6 famous Austrian ships from the time when Austria still had a Royal Navy. Unfortunately, it's a long time ago. The main part of the Austrian Navy was actually in Trieste, which now belongs to Italy. This is the MS Novara, the first ship to ever the first sailing boat to ever circumnavigate the whole world. So I just want to show all the coins quickly. But this is my favorite coin series. As you can see, we also had real warships like the St. George. And this is the Admiral Tegetov, which was an exploration ship. And due to this ship, there is still a part of the Arctic called Franz Josefs Land, because they made it to the Arctic. So, as said, this is my favorite coin series, my favorite Austrian silver coin series. And now talking about my 4 favorite Austrian commemorative silver coins. The first one is from 2007 and called Stift Melk, or the Monastery of Melk, which is one of the most famous monasteries in the world. If you ever have the chance to go to Austria, you need to visit this monastery. It's a beautiful place. What you can see depicted here on the coin is actually the Monastery of Melk. And here the rotunda of the famous abbey. Then another famous coin is a commemorative coin from the reopening of the Imperial Palace and the State Opera in the first district of Vienna after the Second World War. They were heavily damaged, and then they issued this commemorative coin to remember the reopening after the Second World War. So what you can see here is the State Opera. And what you can see here is actually the theater. So, next coin. That's a commemorative coin. As you can see here, this is the actually a coat of arms of the Imperial Austrian Railway, or Royal Austrian Railway. This is Empress Elizabeth at the opening of the what we call Westbahn, the western route of the Austrian Railway. I love coins with trains, so that's why I chose this coin as well. And then the last coin I want to show you today is also a commemorative coin. And this is actually a commemorative coin for the Marshall Plan after the Second World War. So thanks to the friends from the Allied nations, to supporters after World War II. in rebuilding our country. And what you can see here is the famous, my grandmother always talked about this, the four in the Jeep. So you know there were the four allied nations actually occupied Austria after the Second World War. So US, Great Britain, France and Russia, or Soviet Union. And they patrolled in parts of Vienna, and always one representative of every four allied nations was in one of these jeeps. And yeah, this is actually to commemorate this event, especially the Marshall Plan. And here again you have the Austrian coat of arms. Yeah, and this is what I wanted to show you today. So again, happy National Day to all fellow Austrians. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope to see you again soon. Servus.